ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਚੀਫ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਅਧਿਕਾਰੀ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਥੈਰੇਸਾ ਨੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਵਿਡ-19 ਦੀਆਂ ਆਊਟਬ੍ਰੇਕਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ। ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਵਿਡ-19 ਦੇ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਕੇਸਾਂ ਦੀ ਗਿਣਤੀ 1,38,010 ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਮੌਤ ਦਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਇਜ਼ਾਫਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਮ੍ਰਿਤਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਗਿਣਤੀ 9,179 ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਿਕਵਰੀ ਰੇਟ 88% ਹੈ ਤੇ ਹਰ ਰੋਜ਼ 47,000 ਮਰੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦੇ ਟੈਸਟ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ।
But first, I'll start with the latest numbers. There have been 138,010 cases of COVID-19 in Canada, including 9,179 deaths. 88% of people have now recovered. Over the past week, over 47,000 people were tested daily, with 1.5% of people testing positive. An average of 838 new cases have been reported daily during the most recent 7 days. Canadians have no doubt noticed that today's numbers have continued an upward trend in COVID-19 cases. The acceleration in cases in several regions is a cause for concern. We must all act now to pump the brakes, so to speak, on this acceleration. Multiple reported outbreaks have been linked to single gatherings, such as private social events and celebrations, and community events held indoors. The acceleration in cases has occurred at a time when the weather has turned colder and Canadians have begun to move indoors for fall and winter. With important holidays and gatherings approaching this fall, I know Canadians want to know how they can gather safely, ensure that an event remains a happy memory, days, weeks, and years later. The most important thing to know is that any gathering carries risks of transmitting the virus. With that said, there are some things that we can all do to reduce, but not eliminate the risk. The most important step hosts can take when having a gathering is to stick to their established contact bubbles. If you are thinking of hosting an event for people outside of your contacts bubble, ask yourself if you, someone in your household, or someone you are inviting are at high risk of developing complications from COVID-19. People at high risk include older adults, people of any age with compromised immune systems or chronic medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, lung disease, as well as people living with obesity. If the gathering would include someone at high risk, including yourself, the event may not be appropriate. The next best thing hosts can do to reduce their risk is to hold the event outdoors. We all know that colder weather is coming, but gathering outdoors while bundled up is a preferred way to reduce your risk. There are many other ways that hosts can reduce the risk for their guests indoors. For example, postpone the event if you're sick and ask guests who are sick not to attend. Ensure guests have enough space to practice physical distancing at the event, considering asking your guests to wear a mask or face covering, and provide masks for those who don't have them.